pitch times. We hope that you and your loved ones are safe, and if not, we pray that you recover really soon. In the meantime, we decided to create some content.
Hey everyone, this is our new channel, The Overperforming Underdogs. We are a couple of childhood friends who want to talk about everything that interests us, especially sports.
My name is Ayan and this is Kevalya, and our first show is called Schrodinger's Sport. Find out what happened or didn't happen in the world of sport by watching this entire video. And to start off, we have cricket.
So in the world of cricket, well, we have been waiting for cricket to start for a long time, and finally club cricket returns to Delhi and Maharashtra. These places have allowed sports facilities for training purposes as of now. Apart from that, in international cricket, South Africa and India plan to play a T20 international series in the month of August. Of course, this is subject to government regulations. On the other hand, Taufiq Umar, if you remember him, the former Pakistan opener, has been tested positive for COVID-19. Pakistan plans to take a squad of 25 to England to play 3 tests and 3 T20 internationals in the month of July. Rohit Sharma will head back to NCA to do his training and clear his fitness test. We hope to see him in action pretty soon. And now, moving on to football.
Sources are reporting that UEFA and FIFA want all European leagues to end by the 29th of July. Or there is talk that current league leaders would be declared winners. That's one way to win a championship, Liverpool. The Champions League is set to resume in the coming months, but England is facing hurdles, particularly with respect to its quarantine rules. Teams that travel to England will have to be quarantined for 14 days, making it an impractical location for Champions League games. Neutral venues seem to be the viable option. This, some are saying, is obviously favorable to Real Madrid, who go up against Manchester City. But coming to some great news, Germany's top flight, the Bundesliga, has resumed since the 16th of May 2020. So there's some top quality football for the world to see. The top 5 teams, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, Bayer Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach, are separated by a mere 9 points. And the top teams went at it in the Derby der Klassiker on the 26th of May 2020, with Bayern's midfield absolutely outclassing Dortmund to win 1-0. But what a great match, the best I've seen in the last 3 months. And there's some more good news coming out of Spain, England and Italy. Spain is expected to return with its top flight football on the 12th of June, the Italy on 13th, and England's infamous top flight football, the English Premier League, is expected to return on 17th of June. All of this, of course, if things don't escalate, and if there's something that this year has taught me, things can always escalate. Moving on now to motorsports.
So in the world of Formula 1, well, not a single race has been played for the 2020 season. There has been a lot of talk in the drivers' market. Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari have parted ways. This came pretty much as a surprise to everyone. Well, it remains to be seen whether Ferrari was pushed or whether he walked away. And once that domino fell, news soon followed with Carlos Sainz moving to Ferrari and Ricciardo moving to McLaren, leaving a seat yet to be filled at Renault. The Renault social media team seems to have taken this a bit too hard. Charles Leclerc, on the other hand, has extended his contract with Ferrari till 2024. So according to some reports, Bottas' manager has had dinner with Red Bull Racing boss Christian Horner. Does this mean something? Only time will tell. Or if you know more, let us know in the comments. There is also a rumor that Vettel may join Mercedes. Vettel will also be a bargaining chip for Mercedes with Hamilton. With the rumor mill abuzz, there's talk of Fernando Alonso pulling a Schumacher and returning to F1 for one final stint. Now moving on to football news.
अरे बाप फुटबॉल हो चुका है. NBA.
Now moving on to NBA.
Well, the talk of the town is the documentary based on Michael Jordan's last year with the Chicago Bulls, the 1996 season. With no games happening, the entire basketball community has nothing else to overanalyze. NBA shut down on the 11th of March. And just this week, there have been talks that it might return by the end of July 2020. They are in exploratory conversations with Disney to create a bubble at the Disney World facility in Florida and host the remaining games there. All 30 teams may not return. It might be a truncated tournament. The format might change. There are special facilities for the families of the players who may end up playing there. All of this as reported by the ultimate NBA insider, Adrian Wojnarowski. Now, we move on kya karna hai bab? Yeah, now we move on to tennis.
So in tennis, there are cancellations and more cancellations. The ATP has cancelled 8 more events and the WTA has scrapped 4 more. Federer is not practicing currently as he does not expect tennis to return anytime soon. There is some good news though in New Zealand where they have started with local tennis tournaments, and even in India they plan on starting with local tournaments. After the SARS breakout, Wimbledon took out an insurance policy of approximately $2 million a year, and this foresight meant this year's cancellations give them $145 million payout. Wimbledon seems to be the smartest sporting body in the world right now. Tennis is also set to be played without a crowd. The tennis crowd is anyways expected to be civil, quite well behaved. So maybe they won't be missed as much, but it also means no more marriage proposals from the crowd. And Novak Djokovic will definitely miss them. And we will miss all the banter between them. Now moving on to Olympics and other sports.
The IOC has said that the last resort for the Olympics is to hold it in 2021. While we know it's already been pushed to 2021, if it does not take place in 2021, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics just may get cancelled. What this means for all the following Olympic Games, we don't know. This is definitely something I am waiting to hear more about. Kevin, I'd like to get your opinion on what you feel about sports being played behind closed doors in empty stands, because that does seem like the medium-term future for the world of sport.
Well, I think there will be a lack in intensity for sure. I mean, imagine a cricket match without any crowd, none of the hooters, no Bami Army. You know, it will definitely lack intensity, although the umpire will be able to hear the Knicks much better. They won't have to shout for running between the wickets, and few of the players might have to go looking for balls after the sixes are hit. So, well, but yeah, it's a big match might seem like a local tournament without the crowd. So the crowd does play a big part in all stadium events. So that is going to be a little bit of a downer.
I agree. I think sports that are played in stadiums is going to be impacted. There's just that lack of spark. There's when you're visiting a stadium to watch a sport, you're transported to this whole world where you get cut off from everything else, and that creates this intensity. That creates this atmosphere. That creates an environment. That creates the home advantage that people talk about so much. So that's going to be missed. There won't be, some of the greatest sporting moments have come because of people in the crowd, because of players pumping up the crowd, because there has been player and crowd interaction, right? There won't be anybody for Virat Kohli to show his middle finger to. There won't be any goal celebrations after goals are scored. There won't be too many celebrations when baskets are scored or when celebrities are courtside. So we are going to miss a lot of that, and it does seem like we are going to miss it for some time. But having said that, some sport is better than no sport, and I will take what I'm getting.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think the hardcore fans will miss the interaction with their favorite players. And in F1, there won't be a crowd to take the champagne showers. That'll be a little, boring. We will miss all the fanfare, definitely. Yeah.
But to hear more from us on this topic, please listen to our extended podcast. The link you will find in the description. You will get all of this information and a lot more opinions. For what it's worth, Kevin and I find it very interesting, and we feel like some of you might. So please visit that and leave comments. Let us know if you want us to capture more sports, more information, and we are waiting to hear from you.
Also follow our social media accounts the handles are flashing on the screen and also mentioned in the description below. That's it then. That's all from us.
No. We have one last thing.
Really? Do we have to?
Everybody's doing it, man. So like, share, and subscribe, and And do let us know what you think about this. See you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.